Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tonight we're gonna do a little walk and talk with the only the light from the camera here. It does do a little like ring light for selfie cam at night, which is good, but it's gonna be a little dark. I'm walking down, just leaving the bus stop across from Safeway. I'm gonna walk down the bike path and have a walk and talk with you guys, so I'm not interrupted by car noise, etc., or people walking by. I kind of want to have a confession, not really confession, what's the word? Man-to-man talk here about my situation and about what would you do? And they really put it in context. I thought of something to put it in context for you guys. And how I need to kind of relate to you all how on point I have to be pretty much at all times, and how much effort it takes to make sure that I'm, keep my core body temperature above 96 degrees. Keep my engine running. Keep in mind the way that I heat myself is by the internal fire, which is the eternal fire. The internal fire is the eternal fire. This is Christ is talking about this with the springs of living water and the bread of life. All those things, he's referring to this exact thing. The body becomes so alive that it can't be killed. But that has taken many, many, many years of self-study and practice and effort and training. As I mentioned before, over 150,000 miles on the bicycle. I had 6 or 7 years where I was doing 10,000+ miles a year in my 30s on average, plus my teenage years, probably closer to 200,000 miles on a bicycle, plus in the neighborhood of 10 to 20,000 miles running, plus all the hiking. It's just miles, miles, miles. And those miles taught me about myself. Should I get my headlamp out and do a vlog with the headlamp going like I did last night from the shack? This is not at the shack. I'm in town. I had to come down the hill again to, charge my blocks and devices further. I'm up over 90% on both my phones, and my charging block is half charged, and my headlamp ran out, so I'm not going through a full night without a headlamp. And by the way, if you're in the business of designing headlamps, please, for the love of God, put an indicator on the thing about its charge, because I can't just be riding along. I was just coming down the hill from my camp, down Cemetery Hill, at 25 miles an hour or so with my headlamp on, and it just quit. I mean, there's no warning, no blinking. Give it a blink at least. Give me a blink. I see a blinking. Shit. Oh, don't like dropping things. It's pretty good light. This Night Eyes makes decent stuff, but it's not the quality of a Black Diamond. Or I'm gonna set this here, folks. Hopefully it doesn't fall into the creek. Or it don't bump into the creek. Night Eyes makes pretty good lights. This one was $30. It's rechargeable, and that's always good. But there's no indicator on it as to when it's about to go dead, or how much charge it needs, or when it's fully charged. A percentage would be the most logical way. It's pretty good. And the most economical way. Just put it on the thing. A little digital display. I know that adds expense, whatever, and that would be, that's a lot to ask for a gear designer. I'm going to turn this in like that. I like the adjustability of it. I like the lightweightness. I like that it's rechargeable. It's a decent light, but I would make a much better light, because when your life depends on this stuff, my situation, my life really kind of does depend on having light at the ready, to scare off critters, to just see things and not trip. Obviously, it was my lack of light that caused my knee injury, because I was just trying to save my light hiking down the mountain in the dark. Not very smart, but it's related to the fact that I didn't know how much charge is on my light. So These things are real. So 5 minutes into this talk, I'm going to meander over towards the hub to downtown. Technically, I'm walking away from camp, and I don't need to do these miles for survival, but I do doing it anyways because I want to record this topic, this conversation, because I've how do you put it? Well, I thought of something that really puts it in context, and here's the context. Go outside, wherever you're living right now, unless you're in San Diego, it doesn't matter. If you're watching this, you're in Quincy, or you're in another cold environment like Ohio or Massachusetts, whatever you're wearing right now at this moment, at this time, it's 7:30 or something, 7:15, you're in Quincy, go outside. First of all, take a look at the moon. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful night. Got a moon halo in the clouds. That's gorgeous. But go outside in whatever you're wearing for 5 minutes. And as you're outside, go away from your main source of heat, your home. Step out, whatever you're at. Just go outside where you don't have the residual heat of a building or the residual lights or heat or comfort of a business. Just stand outside for 5 minutes and ask yourself, what if I had nowhere warm to go tonight, and I had to rely upon my wits, my skills, my clothing, and my knowledge, and maybe my friendship, if I might run into a friend who could put me up, but all of those things. Imagine you had no money, and you only have what you're wearing, and you got to make it till morning, or it'll be 22 degrees here in Quincy. Sheet ice on the roads. Just think about it. Really, really think about it. And if that doesn't elicit some empathy for me, you can have all kinds of opinions about me, about my worldview, about my supposed mental illness, about the mistakes I've made in the past. You can have all kinds of opinions about me, but think about it. Think about the real possibility of freezing to death tonight. If I didn't know exactly what I'm doing, if I didn't have all these skills I developed over the years, this is just ramping up difficulty after difficulty after difficulty. The difficulty level of my survival here in Quincy is a solid 8 plus. It could get harder, but typically, if it got harder than this, I'd just cry uncle and go to the ER and say, I got exposure, I need help, and something would happen, something would give. I don't have guaranteed shelter. I could roll back to where I found and where I'm staying and find that it's totally ransacked and everything's stolen, all my sleeping bags. I may have to rely on what I'm wearing right now to get through the night. I'm not going to speak that into existence, but that is a real possibility. When I put out trust into the universe and into my God and into a community that I'm going to be okay, and my cart's going to be there, my backpacks are going to be there, my car is going to be there, and it's not. And what it's really teaching me is that to maintain some inner kernel of reserve, of strength within myself to get through no matter what. I have to. I wouldn't have made it this far. Not just this year in Quincy, but years ago in Albuquerque, years ago in Auburn, California, years ago in, all kinds of places. Bishop, I got stranded in February and it was 16 degrees and I broke into my own car and ripped the back seat out and got into the trunk and grabbed every kind of fiber I could, every piece of clothing that was left in that car and wrapped up for the night. Nearly froze. Yeah. So, just like, it's the old saying, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Think about it. That's the exact situation I'm in. I happen to have a warm place to go at the moment in my mind that it's still there. It may be a figment of my mind in the sense that it's not mine, technically. I've been okay for about a week and I am convalescing. My knee is getting better, but it's taking time. I'm not wearing a brace and I am walking. slowly, 3 miles an hour. It's just what's up. I just need you all to understand. My own children, Teresa, Caleb, Natalie, Rebecca. Hate me if you want. But if you hate somebody to the point that you want them to freeze, you need to do some real soul searching. Yeah, I mean, just as a human, you really need to do some inner reflection and some inner work and think about that, what that means about you as a person. It's not good. It's not good. I was just summing it up for you. That's not good. If you don't have actual compassion on me here in this moment, there's something seriously wrong with you. Seriously, seriously wrong with you. And you will be judged for that. This is whatever you've done to the least of these, you've done unto me. And obviously I'm being presented as one of the least of these in your community to elicit some compassion. Oh, I feel like I'm asking for mercy from Ming, the merciless, when I'm expecting mercy or kindness or compassion from Quincy. I do get some, and actually quite a bit, but the coldness from people who really are in a position to do harm to me, character assassination, slander, libel, shunning, very cult-like behavior, extremely cult-like behavior. And it's cold. As you see the breath, it's cold. It's probably 28, 29 degrees already. Perfectly clear night. Well, there's some high clouds. It's going to get quite a bit colder. So that's my little conversation with you all tonight. I happen to be layered up properly. I happen to be healing up slowly. I happen to be extremely fit and strong. I happen to be situated in a survival shelter with food and a canister of propane for the night. I happen to have all these things because I am always working on improving my situation. Always. If I just sat around and drank, like a lot of homeless do, or do drugs or whatever, and just sit on the corner with a sign, I wouldn't make it. Not in Quincy. And that's likely why you don't see a lot of homeless here. It's actually quite difficult. I would much rather put a thumb out and just go down the hill to Chico where it's 20, 30 degrees warmer right now. It's probably 20 degrees warmer. And just go to Bidwell Park and find a nice tree, a redwood to slumber under with a thin sleeping bag and be good. I would be good. That's what's up. Y'all breaking my heart. Y'all acting a fool. Y'all a little strange. I do love you guys. I'm here to prepare a way so this situation doesn't happen to you. Because if it does, I venture a guess that a large percentage of you would either resort to criminal behavior or to breaking and entering, that kind of thing, or you just wouldn't survive. It gets very uncomfortable before you die from hypothermia. It gets very uncomfortable. So it's a long ways from being comfortable and warm in your little basement playing Halo to where I'm at right now. So just think about it. Just on a human level, I hope you have some compassion. I could use a few bucks if you want to help me out. A warm coffee in the morning would go a long way to improving my situation. So that's what's up, y'all. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna walk back up to camp, and hopefully it's still there. And so, do love you guys. God bless America, y'all. Over and out.